As we looked at the needs of our 40-year-old plant to modernize, we realized we needed to make improvements in our grain storage and receiving area. When we looked at the design of our plant, or our current state of our plant, and what it was going to take to modernize as a whole, one of the first things we focused on was our grain receiving and storage complex, and the need for that, and it starts right there as our first input. So we met with your team and started putting together a plan to kind of take our vision, and you guys took our vision and made it a reality. I mean, how'd you guys kind of do that?
In the early conversations, it was clear the grain receiving efficiency was not your strong point.
Sure.
We focused on that right out of the gate, on the best way to improve throughput or improve trucks, yeah. which means decreasing the amount of time they're there. That's their goal.
Yeah, well, we looked at the bushels per hour. We were in this 20,000 range, of bushels per hour, which seems like a fair bit, but really you're just not getting everybody through by the time they open and load and unload. And so not only did we need higher volume of volume per lane, we also needed more lanes to, somebody needs to open up their traps to get that to dump. You got the probe, you got the scales, you got all those things, those mechanisms. And so as we sat down with your team and you kind of gave us the picture for how to do that on a bigger level and just handle the overall logistics of how that works.
Yeah, currently we're easily obtaining emptying trucks in less than 3 minutes each, oftentimes closer to the 2-minute window. I'm assuming right now you're currently at 15 minutes. So that'll be a dramatic improvement, plus adding 3 lanes, potentially 24 hours a day. It'll be a significant improvement.
Yeah, so not only is it just receiving it for us in a timely fashion, it's also handling that and then handling enough. Our current storage is down to 3 days really, and that puts such pressure on our logistic challenges for everything coming in the plant, leaving the plant. And then now as we get to this, which will be exciting, is we'll be 30 days. And to look at that level of storage and the fact that every time we touch corn and move it is one more bad thing that happens to the corn. And so in this case, we're going to be able to just move it fewer times and through our entire process as we receive it and get it into the bin and then start our process there.
Yeah, again, on efficiency gains, when you have 30 days of point of use storage with 0 trucking, strictly elevators and conveyors, it'll be quick, very efficient, and very soft on the grain.
And one of the other things we really like about what your team come up with is, as we think to elevate that grain, and we take it from ground level up into storage, or from the storage back into our first part of milling, and then everything as we go forward from there, we got that down to where we're just elevating twice, which is very exciting because just the number of times we currently take grain up and then it comes down, and then we take another product up and then down, and that number of times it's just that many more mechanical things moving, that many more parts that wear, that many more things that can break down, and they never break down at 9 o'clock Tuesday morning when you're ready for it. There's 168 hours in the week, and invariably it's one of those other hours when something breaks down.
Yes, we certainly focused on minimal movement, which requires fewer moving parts. Moving parts are the maintenance issues always ongoing, so allowing us the flexibility to incorporate into the design ease of movement and shortness of travel for all of the moving, for the grain that needs moved.
That is another key point. We're just keeping that moving in a short distance, and so again that shrinks the whole potential for wear parts. But not only that, a lot of the stuff we're doing is just on a more industrial level. Our plant being over 40 years old, we've got stuff that's held the test of time, which is remarkable to go into our plant and see some of the things that have lasted as long as it has, and is way past use. I mean, we've literally have billions of bushels of storage or of corn flowing through our facility over all this time. And to see this at this point and what it stood on the test of time is remarkable. But now to bring stuff in that's even more sized, industrial, higher capacity because of our volumes, it's just even more impressive.
Yeah, at your current operation, you have a commercial duty, and everything we're using now would be considered port duty, you know, for unloading ships like that. It's that size, that speed, that capacity that's needed. So you'll see dramatic improvement in your flow of grain and your quality of output.
Well, if commercial duty has held the test of time, I can't wait to see what port duty does for us, I'll tell you that.